life has no purpose, and that's why it is so beautiful. Hindus have called it Leela, a play. It is not even a game. Now in the West, the word game has become very, very important. Hundreds of books have been published within 2-3 years with the title Game, the Master Game, the Ultimate Game, the Game People Play, and so on and so forth. But there is a difference between game and play. Hindus have called it play, not game, because even a game has something as a purpose, a result to be attained, victory to be achieved. The opponent has to be conquered. Then a play becomes a game. Then it becomes serious. Grown-ups play games. Children only play.
Oh, bars.
Just the very activity is enough unto itself. It has an intrinsic end. There is no goal added to it. Life is a Leela.
We're struggling with the button today. I don't know what's going on. Play is enough onto itself. You know, that's all that is.
Voila!
That's a nice meal right there.
It is a play. And the moment you are ready to play, you are enlightened. Try to understand from some other dimension. You are already that which you are trying to be. The more you try, the more you will miss. You leave all effort. You simply accept yourself. You just be that. Suddenly it is there. It has always been there. But you were seeking so seriously. That was the only cause of missing it.
Yes. This brought something up in myself that I'll often get to this place, especially with like emotions, because I'm not too good at like crying. And like letting that out.
He's a bad crier.
I'm a bad crier. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to win the game. I gotta
go.
Yeah. Dang it. But whenever I get into like a really emotional place where I'm like on the verge of crying, I'm the like thought that always comes to me, or the thing is like give up, let go, you know, surrender. Yes. And it's just a, you know, it's like all of those, just all the ideas you have are it's like this tension that you're constantly holding of being serious or you know, like trying to do your best every day. And for me, especially, so like I'm someone who like will work really hard, whatever that means. And then I'll just get to like the end of a period or something where like then emotions will well up, and I'll kind of look back and be like, how much of that time was I really just alive? You know, how much was just me being like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It's just a big release that I don't know, you know, I haven't like figured out how to get there. But that's where that brought me, of like, every human just needs this release of like, put down those invisible weights that we're all like carrying the whole time.
Yeah, and the best way I feel like to do, or one way to do that, is just like ask yourself, for what? What's it for? What are? Because it's like the weights, it's like you kind of have this subconscious thing, like they all need to be there.
Yes.
And if they're not there, something's going to crumble. It's like, what could crumble? What could crumble? Nothing.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Very, very hard to actually non-conceptually realize that.
Yeah. Make it a living truth.
Make it a living truth. Yeah. I feel like
that's a good thing.
Living
truth.
Living truth. Yeah. I love those are two good words.
Yes.
Not
value judgment.
Dang it.
Something that I think I read in Karma from Sadhguru the other day. During your day, creating pauses where consciousness can work itself out. Because, like, we so often have the next thing on the plate already ready when we haven't even finished this meal yet or whatever, you know?
Nice.
And then that just is your karmic cycle. Like, what's the next? What's the next? What's the next? And you're already in the next before you can think about pause.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're trying to free yourself from your internal cycles, you know, the only way to do it is to create a gap. And that gap is, as he's saying, Osho, it's naturally flooded with consciousness if you just let the gap be there. And like, Sadhguru was just saying kind of the idea of like, if you notice that in your life you get into these similar situations all the time that aren't what you really like want to be in, like a bad situation, and you just keep finding yourself there, that if you create that pause, consciousness is going to just work it out. You know, because it's just crazy, but you literally pause before doing your next thing and just work that in, and you'll just see like a level of flow rise in you. Hard to remember for quite a goal-driven life like this.
Definitely.
You are here to attain something, enlightenment, samadhi, satori, or something. To me, all those words are nonsense. Because they again give you a new line of desiring. They again open a door of desire. In the world you desire money, power, prestige.
I've found that anything that I chase after that I already have a word for, I never get. For me, it's the only real progression, you could call it maybe, has come from really open exploration. It's just like very innocent in a way, genuine exploration with there's no word. There's no concept of what it is. So in a way, it's almost difficult having a concept of enlightenment, samadhi, chakras, whatever you would want to call it. Because for me, that's limiting. So I need to, like, I've learned about it, can't unlearn it. Not going to do that. So you need to remove yourself from it when you're exploring. That's been like one of the top keys for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you get fed up with it, when you see the whole thing is just rubbish, even if you get, you are defeated. If you don't get, you are defeated. Then you come to feel that this whole thing is nonsense. Now suddenly you start playing new games. Enlightenment, meditation, yoga, God, the other world, the other source. Again, the mind is at ease. A new world of desires has opened. Now you will be after these goals.
Wow.
And money is not so elusive as meditation.
Wow.
This world, at least, is solid. That soul, that world, the other world, is absolutely fantasy. Now you are in a deeper ditch than before.
Whoa.
With the first, you could realize that it is useless. With the second, now it will take millions of lives to realize that this too is useless. When one person comes to discover that all goals are useless, with no exception, all goals are useless, then they...
Did you get that?
Did that reach your eardrums correctly? Because if it did, you're enlightened, for sure. It's no doubt. Oh, the snake loved that!
Just that he goes, money is not as elusive of a goal as meditation. Like you can, you know...
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, it's tricky. Mind is mischievous. Mind is mischievous because then it finds other ways. It's like, oh, right, this wasn't satisfying. Let's do this where I can still stick around forever. I feel like I picture the mind having that wants control over you, the ego, as like this thing that always has the face like, I'm not doing anything. No, don't look at me. And then you like turn your back and it's like,
No, look at me. No. Dang.
Yeah. Don't you dare get attached to your methods now, you hear?
Oh, I gotta let this wash over me a bit more.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. One just has to be. One relaxes.
Simple.
And one relaxes so totally because there is nothing to do, there is no tension. Suddenly your boundaries melt as snow melting in the morning sun. With nothing to do, you disappear. The ego disappears. With nothing to do, nothing to be, nothing to achieve, who you will be, the whole identity evaporates. This is enlightenment. Then
who could you be if there's nothing to achieve? That's genius.
Oh, I missed that. That's good. Yes.
Our idea of self is just built out of the goals we've either achieved or not achieved.
Or will achieve.
Yes.
Could achieve.
Our entire sense of who we are. Whoa.
you start a totally different way of life. You start being playful. You start being alive moment to moment. Nowhere to go. Whatsoever the life gives, you accept it with deep gratitude. Grace happens to you. This is what I call to become a god. The moment you start playing, living in the moment, you have become a god. I am here to persuade you that you are already gods. You may be here to become gods. That's your trip. I'm not concerned with it. I know what I'm here for. Just to persuade you to look at your own face once again. To search within. and not to go without searching for something which doesn't exist. Life is a purposeless play of infinite forces. Beautiful if you don't have an achiever's mind. Ugly if you have ambition to become something, to be something, to do something.
Oh, yes. You're only gonna see something as, like, disgusting, wrong, if you have the goal, the achievement at the end of the tunnel. Like, here's a difference. The difference between discernment and judgment. That, like, I don't know if I'm going to use these words right. Here's my thought. Discernment being, I need to be able to discern things to survive. Judgment being putting a value onto the things you've now discerned. So discernment good, judgment. Hey. Screw me, right? Yeah. My great aunt and I were talking today. Yes, just pause it over there. And because, like, a week or two ago we had talked shortly, and we were talking about, like, some really cool thing in the future. And at that moment, I was going through a practice of being like, I don't want to think about the future at all, or get, like, excited about the future at all.
Yeah, I like that. Value judgment.
Yes, exactly, because then she played on it. She got me good. She comes back today and goes, you being excited about something is not, something that you should avoid, because that is just the present moment. It's an emotion that you're experiencing. By trying to avoid the idea of getting excited about seeing a friend, is you avoiding the present.
Nice.
Yeah. But then I was like, yes, I think my problem is that if I create a present or a future that is really good, that then I start comparing that to this. And then
that's where the excitement lives.
Yes, and then that's what I kind of consider the excitement, or the excitement that I am trying to let go of, is the, like, constant comparison of this to what it could be, And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally there for that." And then she gave me a piece of advice that I thought was really cool. Was that one thing that tripped her up? She's a big fan of Thich Nhat Hanh, and I guess he said this once at, like, a retreat where she saw him in person, which is crazy.
That's
Thich
crazy.
Nhat Hanh.
Jeez.
But there's the judgment of better or worse that most people on the spiritual path are like, we're trying to get rid of that, But then you also cannot say anything is equal. Because saying something is equal is already putting a judgment. Saying all humans are equal.
Yeah.
You've already created a scale.
Relax. Drop the future completely. Only this moment exists. And this moment is eternity. And only this life is all that is there. Don't think about other soul. Just the other day I was telling the Chinese allegory. The man returned from the middle of the river. Why he returned from the middle of the river? Because there is no other source. This is the only source. And why he started laughing? Because he suddenly realized he himself is the Buddha, whom he has been seeking. Zen masters teach to their disciples that meditating, if you someday come across Buddha, kill him immediately. Don't spare a single moment. Kill him immediately. Otherwise he will lead you astray. They are right. While you are meditating, Krishna comes with his flute. It's so beautiful. Again you are dreaming. Again you are caught in a dream and desire. And Jesus comes. And you are caught in the web of the mind. It is a spider's web. And then Buddha comes. And you forget yourself. The Zen master said, kill the Buddha immediately. Clear the way. Don't allow anybody else to be there. That is, don't allow any goal to be there. Just be total, alone, in your absolute purity. This is enlightenment. I should repeat, because I know you will forget and forget and forget. You are already that which you are seeking. Let this will be the basic mantra. If you can understand this mantra, you have understood all. Give it a try. To goals you have been giving, too many lives you have already given to them. Now try to live moment to moment, as if there is no future. In the beginning it will be only as if, but by and by you will become aware that that as if is the only reality. In the beginning it may be just like acting. Soon you will realize that that acting is the only reality. You have come with a goal, but I won't allow you to remain with the goal. If you don't escape me, the goal is bound to drown. Just hang around a little more, and the goal is bound to drown. Either I can be here with you or the goal. You have to choose.
Look. I don't think I've ever gotten that look from you.
What was the look?
I don't know.
I had nothing to say or anything. Mitch is off here conceptualizing all my facial expressions.
Just said I've never seen it before.
That's fair. I'm out here conceptualizing his words.
We out here.
Just a whole lot of conceptualization. Dang.
I couldn't even really sum up the video right now like we sometimes do. Because I feel like every time we'd pause it, we would go way away from the video, but it felt like the video offered that space for us. Which I am very appreciative of. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know anything. That's great. What's love?
Oh boy. This is some sort of energy we just got. I can't let this become one of those endings that just keeps going. Can't do it.
Much love. Well, then what are you gonna do?
Save me.
What are you gonna do?
Save me, please.
Come on, pull yourself together, son.
I'm actually super hungry right now.
Oh,
I have a goal.
what does that have to do with any of this? Sorry, I can't.
That's me trying to escape this long outro. That's
Sorry, I
me.
can't.
Please, I'm hungry. Anything, just get me out of here.
I'm not able to end the video because I'm hungry. Don't have it in me.
All right, folks. Much love. I'm trapped here forever.
Much love. I'm very holy.